When people told me someone from the Try Guys cheated, I said the same thing that many people say. What's for lunch? Because I didn't actually care. But it turns out, after days and days of looking, I have also ventured down the rabbit hole. And I too am now a Try Guy aficionado. Because Ned Fulmer from the Try Guys cheated. And I swear to God, I promise you, I had no idea there was 4 of them. I thought they were called the Try Guys because there was 3. I didn't even know the 4th one existed. And when someone said it's the white guy who cheated, I genuinely said which one. Because I didn't know which one it was. I couldn't for the life of me put a name to the face, and now that I have, I still don't really know who he is. If you told me to look at him in a crowd and pick him out, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I can see why he was cheating in public so brazenly, because most people would be like, that's not Ned. That's anyone. I get it now. I mean, I don't get it, but I get it. If you haven't figured it out already, the Try Guys have been going through some things. To the other 3 of them, genuinely sorry that you have to go through that. I mean, that is really tough. It's your company. And, to all the fans, I'm sure that you guys are really, really saddened by this news. I don't know who picked Ned as their favorite Try Guy, but that should be karmic justice that you even did that. But today I just wanted to go down the rabbit hole with you guys. I know that there's been lots of videos on it. My take, of course, is going to be the most raw, stupid take of all time, because I know probably the least about them. I haven't really watched them. I know they're from BuzzFeed and they managed to escape Shawshank prison, so good on them for that. And they started their own channel. Their channel's been massively popular and they try things like eating. That dude with the big mouth, Keith, he eats things. That's about all I know, and now I know 2 things about them. One of them cheated. But not only did he cheat, cheating's bad enough. He cheated with someone else who was from the company. And it wasn't another Try Guy. It was a girl from it. Now, that's bad enough, but it also is worse that Ned was married, but he also had 2 kids. I mean, he still has them, so this is horrible. Now, that's bad enough, but the girl who cheated was also engaged, so the story is I mean, I just woke up one day, I was like, hey, let me eat my sandwich. Turns out, the only sandwich I'm eating is a truth sandwich because I have to get to the bottom of this. So if you'd like to join me today, I would love to indulge you in my horrible deep dive. I mean, this would be a Detective Leo if I knew anything about the case, but I'm going into it cold. Not really, honestly. I do have some points. What I wanted to do is give you the brief outline of the situation. I wanted to go through a Reddit article that I found with you that pretty much details the whole thing. Shout out to that person. I'd like to, also show you a couple videos of these 2. And, yeah, I just wanted to give you my thoughts on Ned and Alex, person that he cheated with. Because I think, because we're on YouTube and we share this platform, it's kind of important in a way to talk about it. I do want to say that it's their private business, so there's only so much you should take from this. More or less, this is just entertainment because it's their privacy. Him and his wife, Ariel, should be left to their own devices. I don't really care to do more than that, but I'd like to give my opinion on the situation. Oh, but before we start, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love that. We're almost at 550,000 subscribers, which is more than my mom thought would be able to fit in my house. Also, while you're at it, do follow me on Bad Vice. That's my other YouTube channel. I do a podcast there, and we actually did an episode about this, Ned and also Adam Levine and everyone else who's been cheating recently, and you might like it. It's pretty funny. So what we know about the Try Guys scandal is that in September, someone found Ned at a club cheating with a girl that wasn't his wife. And it turns out it was another Try Guys associate, someone from Food Babies called Alex. And, he was trying to have a mouth baby with her, which is really, really bad. Now, that person filmed it and found evidence, and it just goes to show you that, Ned, you're not from the 80s. You can't just cheat on people and then people have to take your word for it. There are camera phones these days, and they are people snapping you. You're also a celebrity, believe it or not. I find it hard to believe. If you talk about your wife as often as you do, probably people will be like, that's not your wife. Now, if Ned had an open relationship, that would be a totally different thing. If someone showed his wife that and she was like, yeah, you want to see mine? Then it would be a different thing. If you go onto Ned's Instagram page, his most recent post says, family should have always been my priority. I guess he was trying to make a new one. But I lost focus and had a consensual workplace relationship. That's one of the most baller lines I've ever heard. Scully, by the way. He's sitting in with me today. How do you lose focus so hard you have a consensual relationship? How hard do you have to lose focus to consensually find focus in another relationship? And how hard must that be to have 3 other Try Guys around you and you constantly making googly eyes at someone who you know you shouldn't be in the company? I'm sorry, that's such a bullshit thing. I had a consensual workplace relationship. It's just like a ruse for I cheated. I'm sorry for any pain that my actions have caused to the guys and the fans, but most of all to to Ariel. I've always said this. I just think that if you're gonna apologize to the one person. I don't know if I was in this position, I wouldn't group an apology and be like, yeah, I apologize to you, you, and you. I would just take one for my wife because that's the mother of my children, believe it or not. She literally gave life because of you and her. So if you're gonna cheat on her, I would definitely, I'd make it up to her. The one thing that matters right now is my marriage and my children, and that's where I'm going to focus my attention. The sad part is you should have done that beforehand. Now, if you don't know anything about the Try Guys like me, there's a compilation of Ned saying that he loves his wife. He actually has like a catchphrase, and the catchphrase is my wife, like he's Borat.
This is my wife. This is my other wife. This is my missus.
But somehow, Borat seems like the better person. Do you know how bad you have to be for Borat to seem like the more likable one?
Any fan could make a 30-minute montage of any time Ned has mentioned his wife.
My wife is here. My wife. My wife. My wife. It's my wife. My wife.
My wife.
My wife.
I wish my wife were here.
My wife would think I look freaking hot right now.
My wife and her mother are coming today.
My wife used to work as an registrar.
Now to think about my wife.
This is for my wife.
With my wife.
It's a good thing my wife's out of town.
So yeah, this dude said my wife more than he's cheated, but that's not a good sign. If I look at the comments down below, people 4 years ago said, I need someone who will love me like Ned loves his wife. No, you don't. You need someone who's not going to say it on camera, but actually show it. Social media 101. Someone saying something and someone doing something is completely different. Actions speak louder than words, and Ned saying he loves his wife is probably different from Ned actually loving his wife. If you look at the podcast and lots of other, things, apparently Keith and his wife, much more realistic depiction of a marriage, and probably better than this. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna say you love your wife and cheat on her, then you don't really love her. You probably just love the attention. And that's probably what Ned got, because I would venture to say he hadn't got that attention before he became a Try Guy, because he looks like the most forgettable white man I think I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what he looks like, and I just saw him. So this is Ned and Alex and their horrible moments.
To Ned, because you have a hot wife. Hey, Ned.
Mattress commercial!
Yeah, but you really are though. Like,
yeah, it is pretty nice.
it's kind of nice.
With the new Comfort Habersburger.
Oh, this is the moment that freaked me out. Like, I'm saying, unless your wife is pretty comfortable with you doing that, that's pretty crazy, man. Even the guy in the background's like,
For you. In 3, 2, 1.
It's me! What up, food daddy?
The most creative part of this was the story about your wife. Like, that dedication to your wife and making the donut, that's her favorite. I feel like that.
I have a wife. Please don't do this to me. I don't know what to do with my hands.
clearly this man is succumbed to temptation. I don't know much about the Try Guys, but I do know that they don't look like a group of people who are as close-knit as, say, Impractical Jokers, who at least I know a little bit about their story, and they all grew up together and created the show together. I don't know about the Try Guys, but Ned always seems, from the videos that I've watched for the last 5 minutes, that he's not really part of the Try Guys, he's just there. The other ones seem closer, is what I'm saying.
Maybe 22-year-old Ned when he was at Yale University was a Gryffindor, but family man Ned with a baby, father of two, takes the things a little slower. Maybe I am a Hufflepuff.
Keep going.
I've never seen a dad speaking of his baby with so much love. I wish your wonderful family the best of the world.
Aww,
that was nice. Pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
Thanks, Alexandria. That was nice.
I'm gonna get into Alex next, not like Ned. It's kinda horrible to hear her fully admit and say, yeah, Ned's wife is sexy. This is so cool. You're such a great dad, Ned. And then willingly f that up. That makes you a pretty bad person. I'm not saying that it's all her fault, but she could have at least been like, Ned, wake the fuck up. I'm not gonna cheat with you and you ruin your life.
So I got started with the Try Guys back in 2016 when I worked at BuzzFeed, and I was a production manager there, so I worked on most of the Try Guys branded videos. I remember like when I first started working with them too, I was a Try Guys fan, so I was like really excited to meet them. I don't know, there's just like different levels of people, and like if you're lower level, you don't talk to the higher up people.
Okay, so this is also a video of Alex explaining that she is a huge fan of the Try Guys and she started in 2016. This is really bad for Ned that she apparently saw the Try Guys as higher level people and didn't think that you could talk to them. So there's clearly something that, you know, people have brought up up is the workplace power dynamic. And whenever a boss and an employee are engaging in something, there is some sort of power. If you're paying someone, then that's an issue. I mean, it's to each their own. I don't think it's illegal, but I think it's pretty frowned upon, and it could cause major problems at the department. And that's why the Try Guys let Ned go, because HR has had a field day, I'm assuming, by having this happen. People could probably sue if this wasn't done correctly. So the fact that Alex actually admitted that they're higher up, she's the bottom in every way possible.
Daddy's favorite. My wife.
So it's a super cold day here, and I guess now I'm at T channel. I just wanted to go through the thread with you. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will leave a link at the bottom of the description, so if you want to go through it, you can. September the 1st, a Redditor claims to have seen Ned and Alex, who's the production manager. Sorry, I was going to say marriager, but she's not that. At a Harry Styles concert. Oh my god, what is it with Harry Styles these days and cheating? Why does everything Harry Styles touch turn to cheating? He touched that other woman, she cheated with him. She left Jason Sudeikis or whatever happened there. Now they're at a Harry Styles concert. Everybody's like, oh man, let me just hook up with someone else. I love me some Harry Styles, but I hate me some cheating. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to your next concert. I might just hook up with someone I don't want to. I'm not even dating anyone. But anyway, this caught the attention of someone because someone clearly saw it. I think they took a picture of Ned and the person, and he was wearing a shirt that was similar to the shirt someone saw later. I passed him on your way to the 200 level on the escalators. It was 9 p.m. and we were running to our seats because Harry was about to go on. The escalators were basically empty. I got a selfie. Alex seemed annoyed that I recognized and was talking to them. It was just the two of them and didn't see anyone else. I'm sorry, man, but once you have a wife, unless she's getting you to run errands, it's pretty sketchy that you're hanging out with just another person, another female. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying Ned Fulmer can't do it. But they might have joined people in seats. We thought that if that were the case, there would be some pics shared on social media and you kept your eyes open for them, but nobody posted anything. Wow. That's sus. So someone already noticed. They're like, that's weird. Those two just went to a Harry Styles concert. Nobody goes to Harry Styles concert and doesn't make love. That's what Harry Styles is known for, getting people to make babies. That's why the only one direction that he makes people go is up. Apparently on September 2nd to 3rd, a person made this Reddit post where they said, it's now been removed, but multiple people have seen Ned around NYC this week making out with women at local bars. It's unfortunate for Ariel and his family and the Try team, but this is true. And people did not believe him, of course. So here's the juicy part. People were like, why would you make that shit up? And someone actually DM'd him, the person who made it up, and he actually had proof. And he showed the other person proof. And then the person called Ariel and said he talked to them. And it turns out the person who wanted proof was Wool, who is Alex's fiance. Now, Alex has been going out with this dude for 10 years. That's 10 years! That's a decade. You can't just be cheating on people that you go out with for 10 years. That makes you, in my books, a bitch. That's what that makes you. Here's a TikTok of Alex at her wedding day in that engagement video where she's talking about her actual partner, Wool.
Exciting, and it took so long to get here. I'm just happy to be trying things on now.
How long have you and your fiance been together?
10 years.
10
what?
years.
Yeah,
wow.
Long time since we're babies. When we met, I was so young, and neither of us were looking for a relationship. And then we ended up doing long distance while he was at college, and I ended up moving out there too to Hawaii and ended up going to the same college. So Will and I have been together for a long time, so I've had a lot of time to think about what my dream wedding is.
That's so sad. He popped the question. He was engaged to Alex and he saw these pictures, removed everything off his Instagram and unfollowed her. I'm assuming and hoping she sent the ring back. That must be a horrible moment. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about it. Imagine, put yourself in the shoes of to be a partner. Have you ever been cheated on? Some of you would probably say yes. Some of you will say no. I can never be sure. That's how bad that social media is. All you can possibly know is what you've done for another person. And that's probably the standard to which you should hold someone. Yes, someone may f you over and that may be horrible, but karma is not up to you. It'll do something for the people that do bad to you. That's fine. My thing is that imagine finding out that your partner has been doing this. It's probably the most gut-wrenching feeling when you give your time, attention, love, and affection to someone, especially if you have kids with them and they're doing this. screenshots. But anyway, someone had posted those screenshots, so at that point it was fully known that Ned was putting his tongue in another woman's mouth. By September the 8th, Zach, the one with glasses, the short one, on the Try Guys said he's been having a rough week and nobody knew why. Then people started realizing that Ned wasn't really appearing in videos and promos of them. From the 8th to the 27th of September, nobody really seen this dude. He'd been gone missing and nobody put him on those milk posters where they say, missing, have you seen this kid? But it was Ned. There was even evidence, like I said, of Ned actually being digitally manipulated out of shots, which is just the funniest shit that I've ever seen. This guy literally got erased from Try Guys history. That's hilarious. On September 26th, as speculation increased online, Ned and Ariel break their silence and they were saying that they just needed some family time and also pizza time, but people realized the pizza time that they said would have not made any sense. They was like, oh, we're just going for pizza night, and pizza night would have been occurring at 2:50 p.m. in their time zone, so people were like, that's not real. September 26th, Alex and Ned stopped following each other on Instagram. September 27th, Will, the partner of Alex, deletes his Instagram account. And on the 27th, the Try Guys announced something that we all knew was coming. They finally break the news. And their video is professional, really well done, but let's just take a look at it. Why'd they put ads on the video, man? Come on, this is a cheating video. Why do you guys put ads on this?
Throughout this video, there will be things that we want to say or go into further, but as I'm sure you're aware, there are some legal issues we have to consider as we go through everything.
On Labor Day weekend, multiple fans alerted us that they had seen Ned and an employee engaging in public romantic behavior. We reached out to check on that employee. Ned confirmed the reports and since confirmed that this had been going on for some time, which was obviously very shocking to us, and we just want you to know that we had no idea this was going on. All of that information was just as shocking to us as all of this has been for you this week.
And thus began a 3-week process of engaging with employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and more, in order to make sure we were taking all necessary steps.
I should have been your HR professional. I would have said it pretty much in, like, you know, the day it happened. Alex, it's trouble. You can't be having food babies with another man who's already had real babies with another woman. That's just HR 101.
We were acutely aware of just how contrary this was to the values of the company we've built and those of everyone who works here.
We immediately removed Ned from work activities and engaged an HR professional to conduct a thorough review of the facts. Over a few weeks, that's included removing his section from videos, digitally removing him from others, and choosing not to feature him in our merch throws. And that's a decision that has cost us lots of money. We will not be able to recoup that money, but it's a decision we stand by proudly.
So on Friday, September 16th, the three of us signed written consent of the members of Second Try LLC approving the removal of Ned as a manager and an employee.
So, yeah, by the way, Ned was the top dog in this company. Out of the 4 of them, Ned apparently was like the dude who was the highest up. I don't know how the Try Guys work. I don't know what the totem pole is, but they all managed to remove him, so that was good. I'm kind of glad that this man didn't own sole rights to this company. Otherwise, he would have kicked them out and got 3 more Try Guys, and they would have had to leave, like, why I left the Try Guys and then call them the Try Guys, like TRI guys. That would have been funny, but also just a mess.
We are obviously incredibly shocked and deeply hurt by all of this. This is someone who we'd built a brand and a company with for 8 years. We feel saddened, not just personally, but on behalf of our staff and our fans who believed in us.
I don't know that we'll ever be able to fully articulate the pain we feel at this moment. It's hard to rewatch old videos that we love and are proud of. We're losing a friend, we're losing someone we built a company with, we have countless memories with. We just made a TV show together.
Yeah, that really does suck, genuinely. Oh, man, I do feel for them after all this time. It's not like it happened early in their career. This is like well established. The Try Guys are like pretty big up there in the YouTube legends thing. And I mean, for this to happen now is just horrible timing. It's never the right time. It's never the right time to cheat. But like, y'all just got a TV show and now there's one less person, which means you guys have an open spot. And I think you need a little more diversity, if you know what I mean. Which could be my Try Guy's name, Diversity. If you ever have Try Guy auditions, I'm your guy. Free real estate. I'm the other guy. Come on.
Look, I get that when stuff like this happens, there's going to be speculation and gossip. And we ask that you respect the privacy of the family members and employees who may be caught up in this. We also want to remind you that the internet has a tendency to be a lot harsher towards women than men. So please, we ask that you exercise kindness.
Things will change here. What we hope is that within this, there's also the opportunity for positive growth. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And we look forward to introducing you to the next era of the Try Guys ahead.
Yeah, so with the Try Guys sounding really sad and defeated, rightfully so, they lost a friend, a business associate, partner, and probably family. Their only option was to move on. Eugene said it best, treat everyone with kindness moving forward, and that's what people should be doing. On the internet, people have made memes and TikToks, and the one thing that I didn't see that I liked was that there was a video of Ned and his wife after the events of them together, and she was smiling, and the paparazzi asked to comment, and they asked for some privacy. And some people had been like, why would she take him back? We don't fully know the dynamics of their relationship. We shouldn't be allowed access to it. Just because you're a fan of a person's content, it doesn't mean that you should have access to their private life. And as much as you may like or dislike a person's actions, it is still theirs and solely theirs and their families to deal with. I think that as long as their family is okay and taken care of and their privacy is put first, all we can do is sit and allow us to tell them what they want to. Hopefully everything works out for the sake of their marriage and also their kids. If that's what they want, hopefully it works out. I will say, again, my thoughts on Ned Fulmer is that he's ballsack a little bit for all of that stuff about his wife and loving his wife. He certainly loved another guy's almost wife.
He's a 10, but he's already married.
I don't know how you fumbled the bag this big, buddy. You used to be part of the Try Guys. Now it says that you're a comedian on your Instagram, and I didn't know that eating things made you a comedian. So I beg to differ. Hopefully, again, he sorts it out with his family. You don't want anybody to have a bad time. With Alex, I went on her Instagram. It still says, @TryGuys Associate Producer Food Babies. So she still hasn't updated anything. I don't know really how to feel about that one. Nobody said anything about her not being part of the Try Guys, and it would be very weird if she still was on the team, but I have no idea. I looked at her comments, and she's removed or limited most of her comments, so it's almost impossible to actually see anything. But she does still have pictures with her, I would say, ex-fiance. And one of them says 5-year anniversary at the happiest place on earth. It's like stuff like that that's just really hard to see that she threw away. So I don't know how to feel about that one. All in all, I feel pretty bad about the whole thing. I hope that Try Guys move forward. And they have released a podcast that's about an hour long detailing what happened. So if you guys want me to take a look at that, I will. Until then, like I keep saying, if you're gonna cheat, don't. And if you're really gonna do it, don't have a partner, so it's just called dating. And if you're really gonna do it while you have a partner, tell them that you're gonna do it so they can leave you before you do it. Basically, don't do what Ned did. This is Ned's undeclassified survival guide teaching you cheating is wrong. Thank you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Take care.